going to take on emergency physician Amish Shah come November.
Sergio Arellano is the chair of the Republican Party in Arizona. Also, Mark Finchem is the Republican state senator from Arizona. Great to have you both here. Sergio, why do you think that Congressman Biggs won so big last night in a landslide?
Good morning. And today, I believe Arizona Republicans elected a solid slate to go up against the socialist machine we have in Arizona right now under the leadership of Governor Katie Hobbs. The voters in the Republican Party have so many good choices now, and I have faith that we will be going into November with a group of candidates that Republicans, independents, and not insane Democrats can support. It's a very exciting time because we have a lot of unity in the party moving into this general election.
And you're going to need all the votes, right? We know Arizona is a swing state, one to watch. Congressman Biggs, as we've discussed, will face off against current Governor Katie Hobbs. He had this to say about the governor. Watch.
We have a governor that's taken us from one of the most affordable states to one of the least affordable states. We have a governor whose policies on supporting police or not supporting police and public safety has led us. Well, every other state in the union is having a decrease in fentanyl overdose deaths. Our state has a spike in fentanyl deaths.
So just in that soundbite, he talked about the state of the economy, support for police, public safety, cracking down on illegal drugs. I mean, Mark, how important are those issues for Arizona voters?
Well, I think one of the biggest issues that we're facing here is that we've got a governor whose proudest moment is she's vetoed more bills than any past governor in the state of Arizona's history. That's not getting stuff done. That's called obstructionism. And what we're fighting now is cultural Marxism. She wants to, without saying it, she wants to defund the police. She wants to hamstring all of the government agencies. I mean, we have greater waste, fraud, and abuse now than we did when I first came into office in 2014, in spite of the fact that we have been auditing. Last year, we audited more agencies and political subdivisions than ever in history and found so much fraud, waste, and abuse under this governor's watch. I think the people of Arizona are calling for change. They're tired of this obstructionist governor. And while the numbers may not bear it out with the number of Republicans that turned out for the primary, I'm hearing from around my district and quite frankly from all around the state that folks are waiting for the big show.
Yeah, certainly. You know, you've got President Trump. He backed both Jay Feely. He also backed Biggs as well. But when it comes to getting voters out to the polls, President Trump on Truth Social today is now crediting Scott Presler for the win here in Arizona. How much did he play a factor in maybe getting more people registered for both the primary and for the midterms? Sergio.
Well, frankly, I think that the real credit goes to the ground troops, the people that, you know, precinct captains, precinct committeemen, especially in the Republican Party, knocking on doors, making sure that people understand, hey, we've got a primary, and this is no time to take your foot off the gas. So I don't want to take anything away from Mr. Presler, but we've got to remember this is a team effort. This is not just one individual focusing on things. And I think one of the things that may have drawn out more voters is a race that nobody's talking about, and that's for Attorney General.
Oh, all right. Sergio, maybe you've been tracking that race. You could expand on the AG race in the state. And then also, I'm sure you've seen the rise of Democrat socialist candidates across the country. Is this something that Arizona is keeping a close eye on? Are there some concerns that this could be a trend that you're seeing in your state?
You know, Arizona is the beacon of hope for the West Coast. We're surrounded by socialist and liberalism. And I'd like to credit the grassroots for the motivation and the mandate that President Trump gave Arizona. On top of Scott Presler's visit, Senator Finchem was right. We are doing some amazing things in Arizona. We have activated the coalitions once again. We have reinvigorated the Latino engagement for the state, which is majority-minority right now. We are bringing in all of the people that want better lives in Arizona and are tired of Katie Hobbs, who, by the way, is under investigation still for corruption. And we feel in Arizona that this governor and this administration has done nothing in Arizona to alleviate the burden placed upon everyday Arizonans, everyday Americans, and her vetoes and the lack of initiative on her behalf is blatant. Our House and Senate have maintained us red because we're united. And that unity is going to translate, and it echoes throughout the grassroots and the electorate in Arizona. We want relief, and we're not getting it.
We will see what happens next. Clearly, a wave last night, and we'll wait to see whether or not that continues come mid-November. All right, Sergio, Mark, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.